This episode of MenuMelody could be found on iTunes and SoundCloud simply by searching MenuMelody. Don't forget to like us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Again, at MenuMelody. History made. New episodes come every Sunday, and don't forget to check out past episodes. Today we're joined by the brains behind a lot of your favorite D-Block tracks. He is the D-Block A&R slash producer slash whatever D-Block really needs to get done to make the music come to life. I know when we think about the L.O.X and we think about D-Block, we go straight to Jadakiss, Sheik Luch, and the GOAT Styles P. But what goes on behind the brains of these three gentlemen is captured brilliantly by this individual. So Poobs, thank you for joining us on the show today.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do.
You're welcome, my G. Now, before we get into all the D-Block questions, I know that originally you were signed with the Rough Riders, so I could kind of guess how you and the L.O.X came to be. But how did you get associated with Rough Riders? Were you like sending them demo tapes or?
Nah. I mean that really just formed organically. I was working with while I was still in school, a friend of mine who had graduated was he had a studio in town, and he was a producer, and I would go to his studio and he let me like work with him and show me how to do a bunch of shit. And then he ended up getting placement on DMX records, Slippin'. So that was like my introduction to the whole industry was with Slippin'.
So you help out on the Slippin' record, and from that placement is where you got your deal with Rough Riders. Now, after you got that placement, is that when you started hanging around the L.O.X more? Cause you guys are in the studio, or
we had signed with Rough Riders for a while, and I had also started working in this, so because of that I had started working in their studio a lot, and from working in this, like they started to get to know me more from seeing me around like their studio, and then once they started coming to our studio, it just grew. So as far as like which one I met first, I'm not sure. It's possible that I might have met like Styles and Kiss probably at the same time, like just being in Rough Rider studio.
Man, that must have been an atmosphere creatively, professionally, and also just being around great minds like Swiss Beats, being around PK, yet alone the artists that you were around at the time, Eve, DMX. Do you have one specific memory from the Rough Rider studios? Maybe a session that sticks out in your mind that you'll never forget?
Being in the A room listening to Dope Money being made, like that was like a highlight. Like I thought that was amazing, Dope Money.
Yeah, Dope Money's definitely a classic track. For all our listeners who don't remember that, that's from the Belly soundtrack. So, if it's been a while since you watched Belly, first off, go watch Belly, and two, go back to the soundtrack and listen to Dope Money. That's the L.O.X, featuring some other cats. Can't remember who's on there. But speaking about Styles P, how is it recording the Ghost in the studio? Is it something that's difficult? Explain the mannerisms of recording Styles P.
Yeah. I mean, I would say like as an engine, like it's like speaking like from like an engineer's perspective or something, like somebody that would be in the studio.
Yeah.
It would probably be the easiest session that they'd ever do, because I mean, it might take time. Like an engineer might be sitting around for a while, a producer might be sitting around for a while, while he gets it together, but you wouldn't even really know. Because I mean, once he has the beat, I mean, he'll tell the engineer to loop the beat and and play the beat. So the beat might be looped for X amount of time, and he'll just lay down on the couch and go to sleep.
Yo, so SP will come in the studio and just kick his feet up and go to sleep and wake up and spit something like I get high and spit something crazy, and you're gonna think it's a freestyle, but he's literally asleep right in the verse in his dreams. Is that what you're saying, man?
So he's not asking anybody for anything. I mean, he's gonna ask you to loop the beat, then he's gonna find the couch, he's gonna lay down and go to sleep. And I mean, it's the illest shit you ever seen in your life. But he'll wake up from his sleep and go right in the booth and have a whole rhyme. And somebody like from that doesn't know might say, "Damn, is he freestyling?" But it's like it's not a freestyle. Like somehow in his sleep he puts the song together in his head.
I mean, Poobs, I was trying to get more out of you. I was trying to learn, what really goes on in the Styles P session, but I guess there's not much for a veteran like himself to just go in and bang out a whole mixtape. So, I mean, if anybody was expecting anything less than Styles P just coming to the studio, going to sleep, and making a song, sorry to let you down, but it's not very mechanical for the Ghost.
Yeah, it's the illest shit. There's been like countless times where I'll be in the studio and like it really doesn't matter what time it is, but if I'm in the studio making a beat, I'll probably have like all the lights off and I'll just be in there banging out. So Styles will come in and no matter like if he likes it, it doesn't really matter what stage of the beat it's in. He'll tell me loop it up. Like there's plenty of times he'll rap on beats and I have to finish it after he finishes the song because I'm less than halfway done with it. He'll just be like, "Yo, that's dope. Loop that up. I'm gonna rap on it." So but so I'll be fucking with the beat, playing the beat, and he'll lay down and go to sleep, and I'll stop or like so a lot of times I'll make beats in headphones like I like to listen to it in headphones. So I'll hear him talking, I'll think he's talking to me, and I'll turn around and he's dead asleep, just rapping in his sleep.
So, my bad, man. I'm just boggled because literally Styles P, he's a genius when it comes to it. Like, there's no work to it. But how is it when you work with these up and coming artists or these lesser known, and you're literally going from recording for an artist that can come in, he goes to sleep, wakes up, bangs out a record. I mean, how do you go from dealing with that to dealing with these up and coming new artists and their difficulties? Are there any rules?
Well, we have well established rules. So and some of the rules are like say you go in the booth and you don't know your shit. You're stumbling over it time and time again, and like you keep telling us like, "Nah, bring it back, I got it. Bring it back, I got it." And we clearly know you don't have it. We'll ban you for a little while. Like we'll tell you like you can't like you can come to the studio, but you can do nothing but write and learn your rhymes. You can't get back into the booth until you can get in there without your phone, without a pen, like without your paper. You know your rap, you know what I'm saying, and now you can go in there. But if you got to go in there and read it, then you got to come out.
So all you up and coming artists who are trying to get into the D Block studios or think you're ready for tracks with Jada and Styles P, you better know your shit. Cause if not, Poobs is not gonna be fucking with you.
For countless reasons, you know what I mean. I mean, even for even as a fan, right? As a fan, if the artist don't know your rap, his own rap, why should I learn it? Why should I take the time to actually play it a million times and learn this rap that I want to love so much when the artist don't even know it? That's heartbreaking.
It's very heartbreaking. Now, it seems that D Block has always been open to working with the younger generation. Jadakiss, Styles P, and Sheik Luch have never been shy to working with the younger cats because there's a lot of people from the 90s era, the grimy era, as people call it, that they're not really friendly with the newer generation. So what's the philosophy of D Block Studios and D Block Records?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like one thing I could say about us at, saying as D Block is, we never shy away from working with anybody up and coming. You know what I'm saying? Like we've had, all, like our doors have been open to pretty much everybody. Like, from designer to everybody come through here, and even if we're not working on music, just to, what I'm saying, just to vibe with them and, what I'm saying, and, let them know that we respect what they're doing.
Are there any specific artists right now that you're trying to get into the D Block studio, or anybody you're trying to link with the Locks?
I mean, there's a track we were working on yesterday. I mean, I'm sure we can get in touch with her, but I was just thinking about, like, damn, I want to get Young Mind here. Just to work with her. I like some of her shit. I think Young and make her rap.
Definitely big shout out to Young and May. We would love to have her on the show. So if you hear D Block, Jadakiss, Styles P, or Sheik Luch featuring Young and May, you know where it was planned and you know where it was drafted first, and you heard it here first on MenuMelody. Are there any other artists that you're looking to get in touch with and get in the studio?
I talk to him all the time. You know what I'm saying? He's another one of my nephews in this rap game. But I love P&B Rock.
Oh yeah, big shout out to PNB Rock. That's another one we would love to have on the show. So it sounds like, got some things going.
Yeah, I just reached out to him and his people the other day to get some work in with them. So like there's a bunch of like right now it's like 2017, 2018. It for me anyway, like the whole rap scenery just looks a lot brighter than it did, back in like 2011, 2012.
Definitely. I love the landscape of where music's going right now. It definitely has another heartbeat to it. When are we going to hear Drake featuring the Locks? Or when are we going to see Drake at the D Block Studios? Is that something that's blasphemous, or is that something that you guys actually would love to do?
I mean, honestly, I've asked for it for, I was trying to make it happen on Kiss last album. Like it ended up not happening, but yeah, it's definitely something that I, love to see happen in the near future.
That would be a dope collaboration. And just since we're on the subject of Jadakiss, we discussed a little bit about how Styles P is in the studio. How was Jadakiss in the studio, man? How was Kiss?
Funny. Jada, with Jada is, it's a whole lot of, Dutches being rolled and passed around and, and him just joking around all day and just, what I'm saying, just fucking around. And I mean, it's working with all of them is really simple. What I'm saying, like Kiss is pretty much is just laying back chilling and, like we're pretty much just talking about whatever's going on, sports, whatever else is going on. And then, about, a whole lot of beat is playing. And then in between us talking, he's writing bars and, and then when he catches, enough of a piece of it, he might just, he might take a blunt for himself and hide himself somewhere and just, and then come back with the whole shit done, or, what I'm saying, or either that or just, what I'm saying, clear the room out for a little while and, what I'm saying, just sit alone for a minute, just vibe into the beat. And then, like he might be, like out of all of them, he might take, I mean, not all the time, because there's been times that he does it fast, but on average, out of the three, he'll probably take the longest to write the rhyme, but he's the fastest in the booth.
So Jadakiss is the one take king. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe not one take, you know what I'm saying, but it's done quick. Like him in the booth, like cause he won't, cause like I said, like he won't go in the booth until he's got it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's not gonna go in there and try to catch it. He's not going in until he's got it. Like, and so much so that like he's not going in until he's pretty much happy with every single bar. You know what I'm saying? Whereas some people might, you know what I'm saying, like it's not, like he wants to not only learn it, but he'll go back in and change shit like all the time. Like, you know, like he'll write it and then, you know, he might like Kiss is a dude like in one of those movies that'll have like a basket full of papers, like crumbled papers with like 100, like each paper got like a whole bunch of like a few bars here and a few bars there, and then it's like, damn, you put all these together and make something crazy.
Has there ever been times when you're just in the studio, and I know the L.O.X don't really write, but you know there has to be times when they jot their ideas down on a piece of paper or something like that, and you find it and you're like, "Yo, why didn't you use this?"
Yeah, there's been times where I stumbled across like tape, like, well, not with Styles because I've never seen him write around.
That's deep right there. Poobs, you're definitely a master when it comes to putting your your hands all over the boards. Pause. Also just getting into the mechanics of the music industry. Do you have any advice to any up and coming audio engineers? Do you have any advice to up and coming producers out there that really want to take this serious and get into the industry?
One, I mean, as far as like, you know, for producers, as far as musically, is open your ears up to everything. Like understand that hip hop is is a sound that incorporates all types of music. So don't be afraid to open your, like, don't be biased against any type of other type of musical like, you know, any other type of music, because you'll be surprised what type of old music you'll listen to and be like, oh, I could flip that and make that into something crazy. Um, yeah, that's one. Two is understand that, you know, no matter how big you think you are, you're never that big. No matter how down you think you are, you're never that down. You know what I mean? So, cause this music industry comes with a lot of, or this entertainment industry comes with a lot of peaks and valleys. So don't ever, you know what I'm saying, don't ever try to think you're better than anybody and think you're too high. And at the same time, don't ever think you're, I just suck and I'm out of it or whatever, cause, you know, it's never that bad either. You know, you just gotta keep working, you gotta keep fighting through shit, you know what I'm saying? And eventually your time will come, but it's, you know, it's all timing to take, you know, for every person that we've heard is an overnight success. If you listen to their story, it took them their whole life. That shit wasn't overnight.
So, what's your personal belief behind some of these A&Rs that are making decisions on records? Especially you, because I don't want to say you don't make radio friendly music, wink wink, but what are your true feelings for some of these A&Rs that go over, and I mean they look over a lot of music that's coming out just because of the sound and it's not what today's music is?
Seen consistently from a lot of A&Rs in this industry is that they don't, I don't want to say they don't respect, but they don't care for creativity. They're cool with just making hip hop just a supply line where we're just turning out the same thing, you know, and over again. It's like, you know, it's like making a computer or a you know, like laptops, like we're just rolling out the supply line, making a million of the same laptop. And they're cool with that. You know what I'm saying? And like, they're not telling you to, like, they'll tell you to, you know, listen to the radio, uh, you know, take down you know, listen to basically just listen to the radio, see what the top 5 songs are and do that song. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like do songs like that. And, whereas, you know, I'll tell you, lock yourself in a room and make music and don't come out until you get your sound. You know, like I don't care how long it takes. It might take you years to get your sound. You know, it might take you quicker than that, but you know, lock yourself in that room, learn your equipment and create your sound. You know, and that's it. Like, you know, so that's what I just know is be original and make your sound. I'm not big on doing what he do or what she do or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool to listen to what's going on and understand that's where music is going. But to me, but don't now just make a song like Yachty and sound like Yachty just because Yachty got a hot song. Make your song. You know what I'm saying? You know, do you, because that's Yachty. You know what I'm saying? Yachty's being dope being Yachty. You know what I'm saying? Like, you be dope being you. Like, you ain't got to do him. That's just like, but nowadays they're cool with that. Top five all time. In no particular order, I'd say, Tupac. Yeah, definitely. Like, I'd have to put Pac in there. I mean, just, he's, he's one of the few artists whose last work was better than their first work. You know, Pac and Big always kind of go hand in hand. Big was classic. I mean, both of his albums were super dope. The time when he came around, like he, like I've heard in New York anyway, over the past like few years, I've heard different people say like they want to bring New York back or whatever. And, the only person who's ever like, if anybody ever did that, Biggie was the only person that did that. But yeah, so, them two, uh, Jay-Z is another one, you know what I'm saying? For a good, like, 10 years at least, like, his shit, he was definitely on top. Like, he had it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Hope had it for a minute.
So right now we're at three. We got Pac, Big, Jay, two more on the list.
Top Big J, and then I kind of got, a tie cause all time is like, I can't, all time means now and then, so I gotta put, like, I think Kendrick is a dope rapper. Him and Nas might have to, damn, I might have to, I might have to tie for fourth.
So we got a tie at four with Kendrick and Nas, and that's cool. You know, I could see why you got stuck there. So tough decision, man. Who we got at number five?
It wasn't for the fact that, that there's all of that, he don't write his own shit over his head. I put Drake in it. I'd have put Drake in probably, fourth if he wrote his own shit. Like, if he does write his own shit, then I gotta change my shit and then put him in it. But from all the shit that's come out that he don't write his own shit, I can't put him in it. You know what I'm saying? But cause his wordplay and his bounce on shit is dope. Like, like, he has, like, his work, like, the way he puts his shit together is dope. It's smart. I like his shit. Even though the content is more, you know, is like, for me anyway, would be like softer, like there gotta be like a rule where, like, if there's like more than two dudes in the car, we can't play Drake.
Unfortunately, this is where Poobs and I got disconnected, and he had a very busy schedule that day, so he couldn't let me know what his top five was completely. He did tweet me, and he sent me a message on Twitter saying that Styles P was his number five. So we did want to make sure that all his fans understood his top five. His fifth spot was going to Styles P. I just want to thank Pools for joining us on this week's episode of Menu Melody, and you can always catch us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Don't forget to download episodes on iTunes and SoundCloud. One.